tonight, you are safe, you are warm, and you have nowhere else to go. As the world outside begins to fade, we travel softly across the earth, across sand, and across leaves, across quiet mountains. We are not rushing. There is no hurry here. We are simply drifting toward the pyramids of the world. Ancient shapes, and rising from deserts, jungles, and hills, built of stone, held together by silence. Let your breathing slow. Let your thoughts soften. And as your eyes grow heavy and we begin our journey. The desert does not announce itself. It simply opens. A wide, endless openness. Sand stretching in every direction. Soft dunes rising and falling like slow breaths. And the air is warm, not sharp, not overwhelming. Just a gentle heat that sets against the skin and stays there. Here, nothing moves quickly, nothing needs to. At Giza, and the pyramids rise from the sand as if they have always belonged. Not placed, not built, simply present. Their surfaces are uneven, rough limestone blocks, and stacked patiently, each one holding the warmth of the day. You can imagine placing your hand against the stone, feeling the heat linger beneath your palm, and the angles are precise yet softened by time, straight lines made gentle by wind and sun. There is silence here, not emptiness, a full, comforting silence, and the wind moves slowly across the plateau. It brushes the sand, it glides along stone, a quiet whisper that never interrupts. The sky is wide, endless, and a pale blue that slowly deepens as the sun lowers. Light pours across the pyramids, golden light, thick and warm. It clings to every edge. Shadows stretch outward, and long, cool. They move so slowly you barely notice them changing. Standing here, time feels different, expanded, loose. There is no rush, no urgency, and the pyramids do not demand attention. They do not explain themselves. They simply remain. Each stone rests carefully on the next, balanced, steady, and you feel grounded just by being near them. The sand beneath your feet is fine, soft. It shifts slightly with every step, never resisting, always yielding. Far away, and the desert continues without interruption. No borders, no edges. As the sun lowers further, the warmth softens. The air cools just enough to be noticeable, comfortable, and colors change slowly. Gold becomes amber. Amber fades into rose. Stone glows quietly. The pyramids seem to absorb the light, holding it, saving it for the night. And when darkness approaches, it does so gently, without drama, without noise. Stars appear slowly, one, then another. The desert sky opens fully, deep, endless, and still, the pyramids remain. Southward across the same vast desert, the land changes subtly. The sand grows deeper, the shapes sharper. At Meroe, in Sudan, and the pyramids rise differently. They are slimmer, their sides steeper, their silhouettes narrow against the sky. They feel quieter somehow, more private, and sand has climbed their surfaces patiently, covering corners, filling spaces between stone. Some pyramids emerge only halfway from the dunes, and as if the desert is slowly reclaiming them, gently, without force, the wind flows freely here, moving between structures, carrying warmth, and the sand feels alive beneath your feet, shifting, settling. Each grain reflects light softly, never harsh, never bright. The pyramids at Meroe do not stand alone, and they exist as a group, a quiet gathering of shapes. They lean slightly, age visible, accepted. Nothing here resists time. Everything moves with it, and the desert sun sets lower. The heat releases slowly from the stone. You can almost feel it leaving, rising into the air. The night grows cooler, smooth, comforting, and above, stars gather more densely now. The sky becomes a canvas of light. The desert feels endless, yet intimate. Standing among these pyramids, you feel protected and held by silence, surrounded by stillness. The wind slows, the sand rests, everything becomes calm. The pyramids do not sleep, but they allow you to. And the air changes before you even see the trees. It becomes thicker, softer, wrapped in moisture. Every breath feels fuller, slower. The jungle announces itself quietly, and not with sound, but with presence. At Tikal, the land rises gently beneath layers of green. Endless trees stretch in every direction, their leaves overlapping and creating a living roof. Mist drifts slowly through the forest, not rushing, not falling, simply floating. High above the canopy, stone emerges, and temple tops rise like islands. Gray shapes breaking through white cloud, silent, still. They do not dominate the jungle, they share space with it. Below, and the rainforest breathes. You hear it if you listen closely, a distant bird call, the soft hum of insects, water dripping slowly from leaf to leaf. Nothing is loud, and nothing is sharp. The soundscape feels rounded, smooth, continuous. Stone steps climb upward through green, each step worn smooth by time, cool beneath bare feet, and moss spreads across the stone, soft, velvet-like. It cushions every edge, it quiets every corner. You imagine touching the walls, they are damp, cool, and alive with texture. Roots move gently along the surfaces, never breaking, never forcing. Nature does not rush here, it only settles. The air feels heavy but comforting, and like a warm blanket after rain. Humidity clings softly to skin, not unpleasant, just present. Mist curls around the stone, hiding details, revealing them again, and the temples appear, then fade, then appear again, like thoughts just before sleep. At the top of the structures, clouds drift slowly past, and the world below feels far away, muted. Here time loosens its grip. You are not moving forward. You are not moving back. You are simply here. Rain begins gently, and not falling hard, just a soft tapping. Droplets land on leaves, then slide slowly down their veins, falling to the ground below. The sound is soothing, predictable, and endless. Stone darkens slightly as it absorbs moisture, colors deepen, greens become richer. The jungle feels protective, enclosing safe. At Palenque, and the feeling shifts subtly. The forest becomes more intimate, more enclosed. Stone structures rise quietly among rolling hills, and their surfaces pale beneath moss and lichen. Cool, smooth. Fog drifts low here, settling between trees, softening everything. Rain continues softly, a gentle rhythm, and the scent of wet earth fills the air. Rich soil, leaves, stone resting beneath shade. Everything smells alive. You imagine standing still, breathing slowly, listening, and no footsteps, no voices. Just the rainforest existing around you. The jungle does not erase the pyramids, it remembers them. Stone and leaf rest together, balanced, and vines hang like curtains, swaying gently. Roots trace paths along walls, patient, careful. Nothing feels abandoned. Nothing feels forgotten, and the pyramids here feel like part of the forest's heartbeat. Mist thickens, edges blur, details soften. Your thoughts do the same. Breathing slows, muscles loosen, and the jungle wraps around you completely now. Sound becomes distant, light becomes dim. Everything feels gentle, safe, unhurried. As fog closes in, and the temples fade into the green, not disappearing, just resting. And with them your mind begins to rest too. The air changes before you even see the trees, and it becomes thicker, softer, wrapped in moisture. Every breath feels fuller, slower. The jungle announces itself quietly, not with sound, but with presence. At Tikal, and the land rises gently beneath layers of green. Endless trees stretch in every direction, their leaves overlapping, creating a living roof. and mist drifts slowly through the forest, not rushing, not falling, simply floating. High above the canopy, stone emerges. Temple tops rise like islands, and gray shapes breaking through white cloud, silent, still. They do not dominate the jungle, they share space with it. Below, the rainforest breathes, and you hear it if you listen closely. A distant bird call, the soft hum of insects, water dripping slowly from leaf to leaf. Nothing is loud, nothing is sharp, and the soundscape feels rounded, smooth, continuous. Stone steps climb upward through green, each step worn smooth by time, cool beneath bare feet, and moss spreads across the stone, soft, velvet, like it cushions every edge. It quiets every corner. You imagine touching the walls. They are damp, cool, and alive with texture. Roots move gently along the surfaces, never breaking, never forcing. Nature does not rush here. It only settles. The air feels heavy but comforting, and like a warm blanket after rain. Humidity clings softly to skin, not unpleasant, just present. Mist curls around the stone, hiding details, revealing them again, and the temples appear, then fade, then appear again, like thoughts just before sleep. At the top of the structures, clouds drift slowly past, and the world below feels far away, muted. Here, time loosens its grip. You are not moving forward, you are not moving back. You are simply here. Rain begins gently, and not falling hard, just a soft tapping. Droplets land on leaves, then slide slowly down their veins, falling to the ground below. The sound is soothing, predictable, and endless. Stone darkens slightly as it absorbs moisture. Colors deepen, greens become richer. The jungle feels protective, enclosing, safe. At Palenque, and the feeling shifts subtly. The forest becomes more intimate, more enclosed. Stone structures rise quietly among rolling hills, and their surfaces pale beneath moss and lichen. Cool, smooth. Fog drifts low here, settling between trees, softening everything. Rain continues softly, a gentle rhythm, and the scent of wet earth fills the air. Rich soil, leaves, stone resting beneath shade. Everything smells alive. You imagine standing still, breathing slowly, listening, and no footsteps, no voices. Just the rainforest existing around you. The jungle does not erase the pyramids, it remembers them. Stone and leaf rest together, balanced, and vines hang like curtains, swaying gently. Roots trace paths along walls, patient, careful. Nothing feels abandoned. Nothing feels forgotten. And the pyramids here feel like part of the forest's heartbeat. Mist thickens, edges blur. Details soften. Your thoughts do the same. Breathing slows. Muscles loosen. And the jungle wraps around you completely now. Sound becomes distant. Light becomes dim. Everything feels gentle, safe, unhurried. As fog closes in, and the temples fade into the green, not disappearing, just resting. And with them, your mind begins to rest too. And the air changes again. It cools gently, not cold, just cool enough to feel clean. Your skin notices it first, a soft chill that calms the body, and a quiet freshness that slows the mind. Here, the world feels higher, wider, more open. Sound becomes distant, muted. Even your breathing seems quieter, and mist hangs in the air, gray and soft, moving slowly across the landscape like a gentle tide. The ground rises into hills, sloping shapes that look natural and undisturbed, peaceful. And yet, some hills carry a secret stillness, a feeling that something rests beneath. In this place, nothing demands proof, and nothing asks you to solve anything. You are only invited to notice, to feel, to drift. In China, there are stories of a great white pyramid, and a shape that does not announce itself, a form that blends into the land. From a distance, it can look like a hill, a smooth mound covered in grass, and quietly resting under the sky. Tall blades of grass sway with the breeze, their movement slow and rhythmic, like the rise and fall of a sleeping chest, and the wind moves through them softly, a low rustling sound, gentle, continuous. Mist drifts in and out, thickening, thinning. Everything is softened, and the hill's curves feel calm to the eyes. Nothing sharp, nothing sudden, and beneath those curves you imagine stone. Hidden layers, carefully placed, waiting, and the thought is not exciting, not startling, it is comforting, because it suggests patience, quiet work, slow intention, a structure that can rest under earth and still remain what it is. The sky above is pale, clouds move like small boats, their shadows pass over the grass, over the slope, over your calm thoughts, and you imagine stepping closer. Your feet press into the cool ground, slightly damp, springy. The soil feels alive, soft, comforting. When you breathe in, and the air feels clean, lightly scented with grass and distant trees, a faint mineral smell carried by mist. Breathing out feels easy, like letting go. The hill is quiet, and no echo, no hollow sound, just a steady, grounded silence. It feels like the land is resting, and it invites you to rest as well. Further away, and the world seems even quieter. Higher ground, cooler wind. The kind of place where you naturally slow down, where your shoulders soften without thinking, and where your mind becomes smooth. Then, the journey drifts toward another mountain place, another hidden shape. In Indonesia, Gunung Padang rises gently from afar, and it looks like a green hill, soft, natural. But as you approach, the land reveals something subtle: terraces, layers, steps that blend into the hillside, and stone beneath grass, and grass above stone. The transition is so gentle it feels like a dream. Mist wraps around the hill, clinging to the terraces, and pooling between levels. The air here is cooler still, not sharp, just soothing, touches your cheeks softly. It cools your forehead, it relaxes the back of your neck, and the stones are dark, worn smooth by weather. They feel old, not in a dramatic way, in a restful way, like a familiar object that has been held many times, and like a stone warmed by many days and cooled by many nights. You imagine placing your hand on the surface. It is cool, slightly damp, solid. The texture is uneven, and small ridges, tiny grooves. The stone feels steady. It does not change, it does not hurry. Around you, the hillside is quiet. A few leaves move in the wind, and a faint rustle, soft and distant. Mist slides over the terraces slowly, like a blanket being pulled gently upward. The hill does not feel empty. It feels held, and as if the mountain is keeping something safe, something private, something calm. And you do not need to know what it is. You do not need answers. Only the feeling, and the feeling of standing somewhere high and quiet. Somewhere where the world becomes simple. Breathing in, cool air fills your lungs. Breathing out, and everything loosens. You notice how silence behaves at high altitudes. It is not nothingness. It is softness. It is space. It gives the mind room to settle, and mist thickens again. The horizon fades, edges dissolve, the hill becomes a gentle shape in gray air, the terraces become soft lines, barely there, and everything turns quiet and minimal. This is the kind of landscape that makes you whisper naturally, even if nobody is near. Not because you must, but because your body understands. This is a resting place. You imagine sitting on a stone step, feeling its coolness through fabric, and feeling its firmness under your weight. The air around you moves slowly, like a slow breath. You watch mist drift. You watch grass sway. Each movement is unhurried, and your eyelids feel heavier in this kind of stillness, because your mind does not need to stay alert here. There is nothing to track, nothing to monitor, and only calm repetition. mist moving, wind moving, grass moving, breath moving, and out. Somewhere beneath these hills and terraces, the stones remain, hidden and but present, like a quiet thought at the edge of sleep, not needing attention, not needing words, just existing. These mountain pyramids, whether seen clearly or not, and feel like secrets that don't create tension. They create peace, because the land holds them gently, and time holds them gently too. And the discovery here is not a sudden moment, it is a slow realization, a soft understanding that the world has layers, and some layers are quiet, and some layers are meant to rest beneath the surface. You breathe in again. The air feels even cooler now, and your body responds, slowing. Your heart steadies, and your jaw unclenches. Your shoulders drop. The mind becomes smooth. If you picture the pyramids now, you might see them differently. Not as monuments, not as puzzles, but as calm shapes, triangles, terraces, slopes, simple geometry resting in nature, in sand, in jungle, in mountain mist. And now in your thoughts, and the mountain scene begins to fade softly. Mist thickens, edges blur. The hill becomes a calm silhouette, and your mind drifts closer to sleep. And across deserts, across jungles, across mountains, the pyramids remain different shapes, different stones, different climates, yet they are connected, and by hands that shape them, by minds that dreamed them, by time that softened them. They remind us that humans have always looked upward, always built carefully, and always searched for meaning in stone and sky. And now, as you rest, those ancient forms stand quietly with you, holding the world steady, holding silence. You are safe, and you are calm. You are connected. Let your thoughts fade like mist, like sand slipping through fingers, like leaves settling after rain. The pyramids will remain, and watching, waiting, and you may now drift into deep, peaceful sleep.